Hello, this is an extension from the inspiration I got from another instructor about badging, and I decided to make this video because there were a couple of detailed steps that I got hung up on, and I thought it would be great to record this. But the most exciting part is that I now have badging into my accounting course. So what that means is that when my students complete the modules, there's actually 3 sections because it's summertime and it's a very quick class. Normally there's 12, but right now I've condensed it down to 3, and as they pass each of those sections, which I'll get into later how I decide if they pass, they will automatically receive a badge. So there's lots of different ways that you can set it up, but I've set it up this way because I wanted it to be automatic. And anyway, so I'm going to take you through the steps of what I did. So the first thing, I'm obviously in my course. I'm going to go down to settings, and then it might be you might be on the course details, so you just head on over to the apps, and then you will filter by name and just type in Badgr, B-A-D-G. You don't do the E, and just an R, okay? And there's 2 different things, and this is the one I'm going to choose. So the one that says Badgr US, not the United States Pathways, but the US one. So when I select this, then it actually is going to take me to the Badgr website. But if I do this, then I navigate out of Canvas, which I didn't really want to do, and so I open a new tab, and when I do that, oops, sorry, when I do that, it takes me over to Badgr, okay? If you do not yet have an account, then you will create an account, which is really straightforward. I'm going to skip that step because I think everybody can do that. If you have any, like I have done some badging through Mesa College through the Loft program, and apparently they use Badgr, and so I've already earned a couple of badges. So even though I was a student at that point, I'm still getting these badges, but I can add my own badges now. So anyway, the next step that we have to do is go up to our name over here and then go to app integrations. So you clicked on your name, app integrations, and you will do the Canvas LTI. And when you do that, you'll get a consumer key and a secret. So you copy these one at a time. So that's what you're going to look at here. Now you're going to, do you see why I have 2 tabs open? Because I'm going to need to jump back and forth. So the first thing it says is pick the server that's closest to you. So you're going to select this, and you just click on it and nothing happens. I'm not going to click on it again because I already have it active, and I have no idea what would happen if I did it. So just trust me, you're going to click on this unless you live in Australia, Canada, or Europe. All right, and then you're going to click on add the app. And you see that? That's where the consumer key and the secret are going to come from. So one at a time, you're going to come over here. There's your consumer key. You would click copy and paste it into here. And then you'll come back over to Badgr, get the secret, come back over and paste that there. Okay? Again, I'm not going to do it because I already did it. And then you're basically done, right? So I'm going to head back up to navigation because I want to make sure that this thing that says badges is enabled. So in other words, it's up above. I suppose you don't have to do that, but if your students don't have access to that, they won't be able to see their badges. Okay, and so I'm basically done. So you can see that over here, I have my badges. Okay. So once you get in here, this stuff, not these things right here, but all of this was already in here. I didn't have to add these things. Where did they get these things? Well, guess what? If you head over to my modules, you will see that I basically have the Pearson, because I'm using Pearson. I have a course syllabus, but this is the most important part. It's exciting because I basically have section 1, section 2, and section 3. So when you come over to the badges, then it's already got it set up, thinking that maybe I want to enter or use a badge for each of these sections, which I do. So that's totally cool. All right, So it's kind of ready and it wants me now to assign a badge. So let's say, for example, this is another one called You and Your Future. Let's say I wanted to assign a badge for this one. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say create a new badge. So I'm going to say You and Your Future. Okay, this is the module for career readiness and idea generation. All right, something like that. Okay, and this is the criteria to move through the module and click on all the links. Let's just say that's what it was. Okay, so they have some badges which I didn't particularly like. So if you go to Badge Studio, you could choose one of these, you could select a color, you could put some graphics in. It's pretty simple, right? Well, all right, so there it goes. So you could definitely use one of these, but I wasn't too awfully impressed with it. So what I did is I headed over to, now this is kind of getting advanced here, but hold on, you don't have to do this step, but if you want to, it's kind of fun if you go over to canva.com, and when you go over to Canva, then you can design anything. Okay, so I'm going to create, and actually you can see that I already have this designed over here, but this is how I figured it out. So you create a design and you're going to do custom dimensions, and it's going to be 400 by 400. Okay, that's the dimensions that you need for a badge, and when you click create design, it's going to come up with a blank palette. So your mission in life is to fill that with something that looks like a badge. So I'm going to click on the elements over here, and I'm going to select a shape. So to me, let's see, well, let's go over here. Yeah, nothing really grabs me except for the one I've already used, which is this one. So I'm going to come over here and grab this one. Okay, this is just a blank slate right now, nothing too exciting. I'm going to try to fit this as widely as I can to take up as much room as I can. All right, because I can have a badge that does this whole dimension. Okay, good. All right, and now I'm going to fill it. So there's a little color palette over here. Let's say I want to put it in dark blue. Wow, look at that. Already I've got to start. And then I'm going to come over here. I could do a photo. I could go grab a photo, right? Or I could come up with another element. So I don't know. Let's just grab this one, okay, and put it over here. Right? This may not be the right thing for what you're looking for, but I'm just trying to show you that you can just do whatever you want with your badge. All right? Maybe you want to select an element. Maybe if this is like some sort of a lab class, I don't know, maybe you could stick this guy on here. All right? As a way to show that. And then when you're ready, I don't know why a doctor can't be a woman. Let's see if we can find a woman. Yeah, there you go. All right. Nothing wrong with guys, but you know, we might as well be fair here. Okay, so there it is. And then when I want to do a text box, then I'm going to come over here to my text over here, and I'm going to add a heading. All right, so my heading may be whatever I want to call my badge. Okay, so I'm going to say You and Your Future. All right, so there's my badge, right? Maybe I'll put the word completion. I don't know. You'll have to figure out what's right for you, but this is the, okay, and then if I wanted to change the font, right, then I can come over to my font selector over here, and boy, I've just got, I could spend all day on this, honestly, but I'll just select a couple of fonts that I know are not too bad. All right, so again, you could spend all day on this, but I'll try to be in the, on the sake of brevity. Okay, so there you go. All right, so there's an example. I could spend more time on this of a badge. Okay, so then I'm going to download this, and it's suggested to use a PNG, and honestly, this is the best option, so I'm just going to go ahead and download that. Shouldn't take too long. All right. No, I don't want any free trials. So there it is, down over there. So then I'm going to come back to Canvas, all right, and I'm not going to use the one. All right, so now I'm going to tap here to upload a PNG. See, it's looking for a PNG. So now I'm going to go to my downloads because that's where that wound up. And here's my You in Your Future. Oh my gosh, look at that. All right, so there is a badge that I have created now. Okay, and it looks kind of similar to the other ones because again, I kind of like that shape. All right, so now what? Now what? So now I'm going to head back to my modules area, and this is where I get to put the criteria of how they're going to earn that badge. So this was section 1, 2, and 3. I already have those all set up, and you can see that I've already said complete one item. All right, and I'll show you what that is in a second because we're going to do it for the You in Your Future. So here I'm going to click on my 3 little ellipses over here, and I'm going to go to edit. All right, now you could certainly put in a prerequisite, but that's not what's going to determine how they're going to earn a badge. So I'm going to say add a requirement, and I can say students must complete all of these requirements. They must have moved through the requirements in order, maybe, or maybe they would have completed, you know, one of these. So maybe the I'll just have them do like salary spotlight, and they're just going to view the item. That's not really an assessment, so they can't really do some of the other things. But now when I update that module, then you can see I've completed one item. Now in my sections over here, I have homework, I have quizzes, and I have an exam. So if I were to come to the edit over here, then when I look at the add requirements, what I have done is I have said students must complete all of these requirements. This is the final exam. Now I could set it up so that they have to score at least, you know, 30 out of 50 points to get that badge. But because this is my first time badging, I'm just going to say just submit it, and then you're going to earn that badge. Okay, so that's how it works. So you can have many different kinds of combinations of requirements to do that. And then, so now you're basically done. That is an automatic award of a badge based on some criteria that you've set up in a section. And I added one more thing in one of these sections, which is kind of a TBD, but I think that if I put this right here, so how did I get this? So I'm going to delete this so that you can see how I added it, because since they're automatically getting a badge just for doing this, the requirement that I have set out, if I click here and I go to external tool, then you can see that Badgr is one of those things. So if I click here and add the item, then what's going to happen is that they're going to have a link to the Badgr website where they can see their badges. Okay, and I'm going to rename this, and I'm just going to say, I don't know, see your badge earned here, or whatever. Okay, so, and I'll publish that, and then they'll be able to click on this, and it'll take them out to their Badgr account where they can see their badge. Okay, they would also be able to do it here, all right, so, but their view will obviously be a little bit different, but they'll be able to see their badge in this section, and then I can also see the progress of all of my students under the progress board. So you can see that these will start filling in once they earn a badge. Okay, and I guess I could do a leaderboard. All right, so I am going where no man has gone before, and I have wanted to do this for the longest time, so I am super excited to try it out, and I am super excited to share my knowledge. Okay, I hope that helps.